Hello, everyone, and welcome to the English podcast with Mandy and Mark. This is where we make learning English fun, engaging, and accessible for you.
That's right. Whether you're a complete beginner or just looking to brush up on your English skills, we're here to guide you every step of the way. We use clear explanations, real-life examples, and plenty of opportunities for you to practice.
In today's episode, we're going to be talking about something that's both simple and fascinating, our favorite colors. We'll share what we like and why, and explore some interesting vocabulary and expressions connected to colors.
Make sure you stick around until the end, where we'll have some fun exercises to test your understanding. Don't forget to leave your answers in the comments below. We love hearing from you.
You know, Mark, I've always found it interesting how colors can evoke certain feelings or memories.
I completely agree. For instance, when I see the color green, it instantly reminds me of nature, tranquility, and my grandma's beautiful garden.
That's lovely. Green is a calming color for me too. It makes me think of spring, new beginnings, and spending time outdoors. What about you? What's your favorite color?
That's a tough one. I'd have to say blue, probably because I've always been drawn to the ocean. There's something so peaceful and mysterious about it, just like the color itself.
I can see that. Blue is often associated with peace and tranquility, isn't it? It can also represent sadness in some cultures, which is interesting how colors can have different meanings.
Absolutely. It's fascinating how cultural perspectives can shape our understanding of something as seemingly simple as color.
Definitely. Now, tell me, what shade of blue is your favorite? Is it a deep navy blue or more of a bright sky blue?
Oh, I'd have to go with sky blue. It's so bright and cheerful. Reminds me of a beautiful summer day. What about you? You mentioned you like green, but are there any other colors that you particularly enjoy?
You know, I've always had a soft spot for purple. It seems so regal and elegant to me. Plus, I love lavender flowers.
Purple is a great choice. It's not as common as some other colors, which makes it feel even more special. Don't you think?
I completely agree. It has a certain uniqueness to it. Do you remember any childhood memories where a specific color played a role?
Oh, absolutely. My childhood bedroom was painted a bright, sunny yellow. It always made me feel happy and energized, even on gloomy days. How about you?
That sounds lovely. My favorite color crayon when I was little was always pink. I used to draw princesses and fairies all in pink.
That's adorable. It's amazing how colors can even transport us back to our childhoods.
It really is. So, we've talked about our favorites, but are there any colors you're not too fond of?
Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of brown. It seems a bit dull and dreary to me, especially compared to brighter colors.
I understand. While brown isn't my absolute least favorite, I definitely prefer it when paired with other colors to liven things up a bit.
Exactly. It's all about balance, right?
Absolutely. Well, this has been a colorful conversation, wouldn't you say?
It sure has. It's amazing how much there is to say about even the simplest things in life.
Now that we've chatted a bit about our favorite colors, let's dive into some interesting vocabulary related to colors. Grab your notebooks and jot these down. They'll come in handy.
All right, I'll start us off. The first word is shade. We use shade to describe a particular variety of a color, especially when it's slightly lighter or darker than the pure color.
That's right. For example, instead of just saying blue, you can say sky blue or navy blue to be more specific. These are different shades of blue.
Next up, we have bright, which describes a color that is strong and intense, like the sun on a summer day.
Think of colors that really pop, like bright yellow or bright pink. They're full of energy and vibrancy.
Then we have cheerful, which is a great word to describe a color that makes you feel happy and optimistic, like a sunny yellow.
It's interesting how certain colors can evoke such positive emotions, isn't it? They can really brighten our day.
Speaking of brightening things up, we can't forget lively. This word describes something full of life and energy, and it can also apply to colors.
Exactly. Think of a lively shade of orange or a lively green. They're attention-grabbing and full of zest.
Our next word is dull, which is the opposite of bright. It describes a color that is not strong or intense, lacking vibrancy.
Think of a faded gray or a washout brown. These colors might be seen as a bit dreary or lacking excitement.
And lastly, we have dreary, which describes something that is gloomy and depressing, often associated with bad weather or a sad mood. It can definitely apply to colors too.
Yes, a dreary day might be described as having a gray and overcast sky, reflecting that somber atmosphere. All right, everyone, it's time to put your listening skills to the test. We have some questions for you based on our conversation today. Don't be shy. Write your answers in the comments section below. We'd love to hear from you.
Let's get started. Our first question is, what color reminds me of my grandma's garden?
And our second question is, what color do I associate with feelings of peace and tranquility, just like the ocean?
Here's our third question. What color crayon did Mandy use to draw princesses and fairies when she was a child?
Okay, last but not least for this question, tell us a little bit about your favorite color and why you like it. Don't be afraid to use the vocabulary we've learned today. Well, that's all the time we have for today's episode. We hope you enjoyed this colorful journey with us. Remember, even simple topics like colors can be great conversation starters and learning opportunities.
Absolutely. We explored some interesting vocabulary related to colors like shade, bright, cheerful, lively, dull, and dreary. These words will help you describe colors and their impact more effectively.
That's a wrap on another episode of the English podcast with Mandy and Mark. Thank you so much for joining us today. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more English learning content. Don't forget to leave a comment below telling us about your favorite color. See you in the next episode.